Hello everyone, welcome to Anthropology Analytica. I am Dr. Arjun Bopanna, Faculty of Anthropology at InsightsIAS. In the previous video, I had put up this question, discuss relevance of biological anthropology in contemporary India. So let's try to address this question and see what are the points or how your answer should be in order to get maximum marks. All right, so this question is looks very simple, very easy, because it's just asking you about the applied aspect of biological anthropology, or how biological anthropology can be used in contemporary India for the benefit of the people. Okay, so the relevance, what is the utility of biological anthropology? Even though it is easy, such kind of questions will help you fetch a better mark. Selecting such kind of question, though it looks very simple, you might just write a very general answer and get a very average answer. If you try and make this question a little bit more technical by writing examples and writing and interrelating topics, you might be able to increase it. And even if it is, let's say, asked as a 15 marker, you can get up to 10 to 12 marks very easily in this particular question. More than 70% can be achieved, can be received from this particular topic. So what is the framework of this particular question and how your answer should be? First, you should define what is biological anthropology. So basically, it is a study of biology in the context of evolution, and trying to study biology from the cultural point of view, and understanding how biology influences culture and culture influences biology. And the scope of biological anthropology includes the study of human development, human growth, human variation, primatology, human evolution. It also tries to study about the forensic, nutritional, and demography, etc. You can also mention that it was also called as physical anthropology. With advancement in biological science, more genetic principles and genes and other things have been studied today. So therefore, the word biological anthropology is preferred. And even in India, today, a lot of universities take up biological anthropology or does research on biological anthropology, mainly because of its application and how it can be useful for improving the people's life in India. So that can be your very brief introduction. If you know any specific examples of how biological anthropology has benefited any Indian population, you can directly add that in the beginning and start your answer. Then you will write the relevance. See, this has to be very comprehensive, in the sense that you need to add more dimensions. You just don't fix it on the health and just write about healthcare. You try to address all benefits of biological anthropology. Yes, it helps us to improve health of people of India, especially the people who are suffering from genetic disorders, in order to prevent such diseases, in order to counsel them, etc. You can give the example like genetic disorders like HBS, hemoglobinopathies, etc. These are very much prevalent among Indian society, about 30% on an average. And they are very high, especially among the tribal societies. And then you go on writing and then saying that how genetic counseling, screening can help address such issues and promote good health. It also studies demography. India is facing several demographic challenges, whether it is high birth rate or high death rate, or problem with respect to the sex ratio and things like that. So physical anthropology or biological anthropology and its demographic studies will help us to address these problems. Then forensic anthropology, you can write that how the expert knowledge of forensic anthropologists can help us in solving various criminal cases in legal jurisprudence, and how they can provide evidences and identification of victims and things like that can be written. Nutrition, because India has a large number of people who suffer from malnutrition, and today we are facing problem of overnutrition and issues associated with that, like obesity, hypertension. And then you write some data relating to that and how it can be used, anthropology can be used to address these socio-economic problems. Epidemiology, to understand the cause of the disease and how to address them, whether it is the pandemic times related with COVID and pandemic times. Also helpful in sports. Can anthropology, so India is aspiring to be one of the world leaders in sports. So in that context, anthropology will help us to identify the best sports for individual, plan sports regime for sports persons, and help develop sports a career among the students of our country, etc. Help us in designing ergometrics and designing of offices, designing of equipments. We are planning for, we are developing, want to make India an exporting hub. So focusing on Make in India schemes, etc. In this context, anthropology can help in promoting a good designing environment where we can improve the efficiency of our products, we can improve the quality of our products, make it much more safer, etc. We can also relate it with paper 2, where biological anthropology can be useful in providing tribal welfare by improving their health care, by identifying various genetic abnormalities among them. In all of this, you need to give examples. Okay, so don't stick on to any one aspect of it. Make sure you write all these things and in paragraphs, and then you can give examples to substantiate. So about 4 to 5 lines, on each areas you can focus, and then you can make sure that you give some examples and address almost many dimensions. You can add more to these points. Okay, give some examples. So there are a few examples over here which I have mentioned. See, for example, in forensic science, so anthropologists can be involved, like in Center for DNA Fingerprinting and Diagnostic. Forensic anthropologists can be involved in order to develop, acquire standardized protocols for carrier detection, prenatal diagnosis, genetic counseling for all genetic disorders in the country. Similarly, promoting environment and to improve the ecological balance in our country. Laboratories like Conservation for Endangered Species Laboratory in Hyderabad engaged in conservation of wildlife. So anthropologists can be involved in this also, and provide support for the protection and preservation of animal, like because anthropologist, for example, studies primates. So this kind of knowledge can be useful in environmental conservation. Similarly, in sports anthropology, Dr. Sachidananda Sanyal and Sachindra Narayan, okay, has studied Saurya Paharias, and according to their physical structure, they have tried to design hockey sticks, they have tried to design bow and arrow because of their height variation from the normal population, from the general population. They had to design these equipments little differently for them. So here also anthropologists have been very useful. Similarly, we have Majumdar and many other anthropologists who are focusing on physical anthropological studies. I've just given few examples. Obviously, you will be knowing some of them from your notes also. So Majumdar studied the relationship between race and social group, and try to write about it and how race varies from social groups to other. So this helps us in research purpose, etc. So like this, you need to write various dimensions and give case studies and examples to substantiate your argument. So this will make your answer perfect. Okay, so I hope this was useful. In the next video, we will start discussing questions on socio-cultural anthropology. So in the next video, let's discuss the scheme of evolution of marriage given by Morgan. Okay, I hope this video was useful. Thank you.